everybody. We have Coach D'Antoni, and we also have Tavion Kinsey. We're going to go ahead and start with an opening statement from Coach on today's game.
Nice win always in the tournament. It's play one, advance. My good friend Jimmy Valvano said, survive and advance. So did a nice job. I thought they beat us twice during the regular season. We played with a lot more energy than we did during the year, and thought we did a nice job on their guards, really, just trying to take them off that three-point line. They were under 40%, I think 30. Well, what, no, 20, what, 20, no, 30, 35%. Not bad because they're a three-point shooting team, and I think the rest took care of itself. We hit got some extra chance points, and played all around pretty good game, and we're looking forward to the next one.
Dan, for you all, you all have had those lapses throughout the year in which it's been 5 minutes, 6 minutes, in which turnovers and bad decisions have crept up. What was it about the focus today? You all never had any of those lapses, and each time that FIU made a run, it seemed like you all were able to contain it and get a big bucket or get to the foul line.
I'd like to say it was my spectacular pregame speech, but basically it's probably tournament time. They realize if they don't go all the way through, we're not playing anymore. And these young men want to play. I mean, they've worked hard all season. They want to play. So they bear down. They get all the credit. They did a nice job, and we won the game.
Looking at it, the two losses that you all had to FIU this year, both of them games that came down to the wire, and 50-50 balls played a big part in each of them. How much did that sort of stick with you all as you got ready for this matchup against FIU this time?
Definitely a lot. That first one we gave up at their house, we were up. We made some key mental mistakes like I've been preaching all year, like Coach Dan's been preaching all year. And then that second game when we were at home, we played with no energy. And like you said, they won the 50-50 battle both games. So I think this game we were, like he said, mentally locked in. We played with more energy, and we kept that in mind that they beat us twice. But when you go into the tournament, everybody's record is 0-0. So.
Dan, you look at the rebounding numbers, 42 rebounds, kept them off the offensive glass a lot. It seemed like those 50-50 balls I was talking about, it was kind of scrappy in March. It takes on a different physical level, and you all were able to match that tonight.
Well, we took their big man out of the game, too, the 7-1 kid. He rolled down on us on the pick and rolls, and we didn't play it well, and they'd either get a three or he had contributed a little bit during the game. We started going over-under on top. I think that helped our defense. They didn't get as many angles to the rim, the little fellas. And then we did a nice job. When they drove up in there, they kept their hands up. We're long and pretty tall for a team. He's 5'8", but they were chasing. They had their hand up and kept it up into the shooting area. So kudos to the players. And again, it's tournament time, so you have to make sure you don't give teams 4 or 5 trips where they get runs and you get shut out. So we did a pretty good job, and we just got to do better. The tournament gets tougher. We got to do better as you go forward.
I know that Brewer is a guy that whenever he's able to really get going, he can be a problem. But you mentioned the length. I think Michael Byers started out on him. You had 6'9", you had 6'6", you have 6'5". How did that length help you against Brewer tonight?
And they guarded him better. I mean, they kept their hand up and kept their spacing and didn't let him just blow by him by trying to do too much. The whole idea is you just stay there and focused and with your hand up, make him make a tough shot. Before, I think we were trying to do too much, and he'd end up juking them, getting in and shooting little floaters before anybody could get to him. And this time we were pretty hot on his tail. Tavion, we started out Tavion on. Of course, we switch a lot, and a lot of people guarded him, but Tavion started on him, and he does a real good job on smaller guards, making it tough when they penetrate and then finish in the lane.
We've got a question here from Cassidy Wood of 13 News, and then we'll go to Justin Zimmer of WMUL. So Cassidy, if you go ahead.
Hey, Coach, I apologize if you already
I can't see your smile there, Cassidy. There you go. Let's see that smile. I can see it. Hey, no, quit talking. I can say, there you go. Now you can ask. All right.
Well, I can't see you, so.
I can see you, though.
I noticed most of the regular season, a lot of the teams that was
I don't know if I would use the word impressed. We were better. We've got to be better than that. We still have some decision-making we got to do better. I thought second half we controlled the ball a little bit better than the first half. But, you know, we were a much bigger team, especially when they took the 7-1 kid out. We're a much bigger team. And we have to learn to take advantage of that, especially on the glass and finishing in around the rim. But it was better, but I wouldn't use the word impressed.
Okay, we'll go ahead to Justin.
Coach, congrats on the win. Coach, talk about that start of that ball game. You guys get on through 20-9 at the end of 12-minute timeout. How big was that point of emphasis in practices where you kind of get off to a quick start against FIU?
All right, I didn't quite catch all that. Give that to me again.
Coach, talk about the start to this ball game. You guys got off to a 29 start at the end of 12-minute timeout. How big was that this week in practice to try to get off to a quick start against a team that in the regular season you all struggled against?
Right. Well, you know, it's funny. They beat us. I don't think we struggled. We just didn't play very well. And that was on us. Struggling to me means the other team made it tough. We made it tough on ourselves against them. And that's nothing against them. They're a good ball club, and they're well coached, and I love their coach. But we were still the culprit of what was going on. And so I wouldn't call it a struggle. I think it was more of just not a real focused effort on our part. When you come out into a tournament, starting good is always important. Confidence plays a big factor in tournaments, probably more so than regular season games. I was happy with the way we started until we gave it back. And we gave it back too many times. We should have pushed it on out 3 or 4 times. And we had some real bad, just right at halftime, say, for instance, we're up 9. We have we give up a 3-point shot on our switch. Our guy didn't come out with his hand up. That's 3 points. And then we come down, they run a little pick and roll. And then we had 2 players that weren't very physical, allowed to tap in. Now we're down 4. Up 4. And those are the things that will beat you if you don't take care of those little things. And we're going to impress upon them. You know, one thing good, it's tough that you got to win 5, but at the same time, we were the team that might have needed 5 games because we're trying to hone everything down, and we needed to play maybe a first game against a team that maybe hadn't played as well this season. And by getting a victory in, we'll iron out a few things. It probably make us better going into the La Tech game, who's a better ball team.
We have another question from Tom Bragg at Herd 24/7. Tom, go ahead.
Dan, a double-double from Obina tonight. Just curious general thoughts on the games.
Well, Bena's game I like all the time, most of the time. He's a valuable member in our team. He gives you a little bit of everything. If you look at the stat line, he gives you a little bit of everything. I'm glad he gave me an O in the turnover spot, but he fills out the stat sheet a little bit of everything. Rebounding, he can shoot some threes. He'll get some offensive rebounds for you. He guards pretty well. He's gotten better. His weakness, he's always been a center and played big people, and we've moved him out now to where he has to guard perimeters. He's set down on a couple, and they got a couple of threes. But that's him learning how to play and guard face-up quick shooters. He's going to be a really good player. He loves to come into the arena and get better. He takes the game and his performances seriously, and he plays hard for Marshall. And can't beat that combination. Who's athletic, 7-1 reach, and a good young man, smart kid, engineering major, smart kid. So looking forward to having him back and seeing him progress throughout his career here. Is that it? All right, man. Appreciate it. Good game today.